Hello, my name is Springett. I'm a Buddhist teacher, and today I would like to talk to you about the topic beyond the here and now. Now, the topic of being always in the here and now is very popular. There are lots and lots of people who say that's the solution to everything, just be in the now, everything will be fine, there's no problem in the now, and simple technique, so to speak, not really a technique, simple solution for everything. Now I just want to tell you from the beginning that from a Buddhist point of view, this is not the way we approach things. This would be a kind of faulty teaching. In Buddhism we walk the middle path, and what that means is that we try to find the harmony between two extremes. So one extreme would be the now, and the other extreme would be always be in the future or in the past. And the Buddhist way, or the solution to this, is to find a synthesis between those two extremes and combine the two. And we see always being in the future as a form of suffering, and always being in the now is another form of suffering. And in this video I want to explain to you why that is. Now, first of all, we look at always being in the future, always having our mind full of ideas where we want to go and working towards it and trying hard and having another goal and so forth. It is quite easy to see that if you always strive and you never arrive, that becomes over time quite tiring and quite frustrating, because you never get to enjoy things. You're never there. You're never in the now. And so it's the typical idea of being in the rat race and striving for some sort of goal, some happiness that's always around the next corner and never arriving. And I think it's quite easy to see that that's not the real solution for finding enlightenment or happiness or spiritual realization. Now we look at the always being in the now, if that is any better. And when you look at people who are always in the now, you will find that in actual fact they have a lot more problems than those who are always striving for the future. Now, when you just think about somebody who is in debt, how did this person get into debt? Because they were in the now, they didn't think about the future, they just had in the now this impulse to buy this thing, and they did that again and again, and so this is how they got into debt. The same is true for everybody who eats too much, who drinks too much, who gives in to all sorts of addictive tendencies. These people are perfectly in the now. They just follow their impulses in the now. They don't think about the implications for the future, and they get into huge problems. Even worse, if you go to a psychiatric ward with people who are severely depressed, so they're in the now, but it's not a happy now. It's just they don't have any kind of hope for the future. They have no purpose, nothing to live for, no goal. They're just here now, and it is just not a very good place to be. Similar Alzheimer patients, perfectly in the now. They don't think to the past, not to the future. They're in the now, and obviously everybody will agree it's a very bad place. So we can see that being in the here and now can create a huge amount of problems. And there's also a quite funny example, and there's this spiritual teacher Ram Dass, who is one of the authors who's written the book Be Here Now, which is very famous. And because he was always here now, he never saved money for his retirement. And when he unfortunately fell very ill and he had a massive stroke, then he had no money to look after himself. He couldn't retire. He was in a very, very bad situation, and he literally had to go out to beg for money. And his friends, for example Wayne Dyer, he did then publicly on television, he begged for money for Ram Dass so that he could retire. So we can see that being in the here and now is not really the answer. Now, then obviously some people would say, yes, but that's not what is meant with the here and now. With the here and now, what really is meant is that we link into the divine, or into our higher consciousness, or into the eternal bliss of our divine nature, something like that. And yes, I would agree with that. But then that is not called the now, is it? You know, we would rather call this the eternal, or the timeless, or the power of meditation. I would subscribe to all of that. But even when we say the power of meditation in the Buddhist context, we always have a little prayer before the meditation, where we say, I wish to reach enlightenment for the sake of all beings. So there's a lot of in that little prayer. It means I, but also others. It means now, but also the future. I want to reach enlightenment. I know I'm not there yet. And so here we can find the synthesis in Buddhism, where these contradictions get harmonized, and where we are neither only in the now, not only in the future, that we bring both things together in this harmonious whole. And we are not only meditating for ourselves, and we are not only meditating for others, but for both, so that we are happy and also others as well, so that we can make others happy. So that is really the Buddhist approach to the here and now, that taken by itself, it's an extreme that will lead to suffering, but combined with the other side of the coin, it is very powerful, and in that way we should maybe more focus on something that we should call the timeless, or the eternal, instead of the now. And really the reason I've made this video is that I have so many meditation students and clients who see me, who all say, but shouldn't I be in the now? And then again and again I have to say, no, you should be in the now, but also have goals for the future. You should have a purpose. It's important to have a purpose. It's important in the morning when we lie in bed to know why we want to get up for, what we want to get up for, and why. You know, we need purpose in our life. We need a goal. And when we put this goal towards reaching enlightenment, and then we can experience the blissful higher nature in the now. But again, we have to combine the future goal and what we do now. So I hope I shed a little bit of light on this difficult topic. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumb up or leave a comment. I really like that. Subscribe to my channel. I think the link should be there. And you can also read more about what I teach here. The link is there for my website. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye bye.